welcome to this edition of Business Ambassadors. I'm your host for this segment, and I'm Jackie Bell with the Primrose School of Noblesville. And I'm very excited. Some of you that may have followed my previous segments may have seen Rosie on before, but I'm very excited to introduce to you again Rosie Hoystian, and she is the owner of Old Picket Fence, which is located in downtown Noblesville at the corner of Logan and 9th Street, correct?
Yes.
So, all right, but she has some fun things that we're going to be talking about, some exciting things coming up. But do you want to just kind of give us some information about Old Picket Fence, and we'll start there?
Sure. Old Picket Fence has been a business in downtown Noblesville for 20 years. It's been at its current location at 894 Logan Street for 8 years. I'm the third owner of the business, and I've been the owner for the past 18 months.
Okay.
We specialize in antiques, painted furniture, new things. We have a little bit of everything in there, a little bit of something for everybody.
Yeah, I agree with that, definitely. So I have decorated my house with quite a few things from there, and it's always fun to go in and see what's new, because you are always getting new things in.
Yes.
You have different vendors, spaces.
We do. We have, there's 2 levels to the store. We have 20 vendors that sell from the store. Some people specialize in handmade jewelry. A lot of our merchandise is local vendors, handmade. Most of our vendors are from Noblesville. We have 3 from Anderson area. They buy things, restore it, paint it, bring it back to life.
Repurpose it.
Yes.
And that's what I think, Sonia. I was actually on your Facebook page before we came in today, and it's so neat to see these. You can tell it's an older piece of furniture, but it looks so new with the new ideas with the paint that's on them, or the different accessories with the handles or the knobs and things like that. So that's really unique. Makes every piece unique.
Yes, it does, and that's the model of our store, is where every item tells a story. Because when we go to auctions, when we go to auctions or estate sales, we find out as much history as we can about the piece, and then we pass that on to the new owner of it.
And other things, you can go in and you can see them in their original state. Really.
Yes.
I mean, even though they're as old as they are, you may find a purpose for them just as is, and you don't even have to make any changes because they're so unique. Those pieces are so unique.
And with myself, when I buy furniture, buffets, china cabinets, or things like that, when I send my husband to auctions for me, he's my shopper. Thank you, Jeff. And that's what I do. I don't paint or anything like that. I take the pieces, the cherry, the solid wood. I use my Howard's all-purpose orange oil. I spray it on there. I bring it back to life, and I just leave it. And I'm more comfortable with selling things like that. If a person wants to paint it or cut it up or whatever, they can do that, but I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, you're not going to be the one to make that major change.
No.
Yeah. But either way, it works, and it works for what people are thinking for their homes. So it's a great store for that. So I really am excited that you are in Noblesville, and and we have that going on. But I do know that not only do you have just your typical things that you can find in the store with new things every day, but you have a fun event coming up.
We do. This Saturday, September 23rd, is going to be the Sour Wine Building's 150th anniversary, and that's a building that we're located on the corner of 9th and Logan Street. It's called the Sour Wine Building. The building was built in 1867, and the first business that went in there was C.W. Sour Wine. The store has always been a dry goods store.
Okay.
And through the years, like I said, it started out as a sour wine building. Well, it's still the sour wine building, but it started out as a sour wine general store. Then it was Osborne Dry Goods. And then what it's most known for throughout the ages is Willett's Department Store. Then Watson's Carpet was there, and Dominic's Design before the Old Picket Fence moved there 8 years ago.
Okay. And actually, we're going to show this real quick. I don't know if you can see that, but you can. If you've been down to Noblesville, you should recognize this corner.
Yes.
And really, this isn't much different. This is when it was
Willett's Department Store.
Department store.
So that picture was that's a local watercolor artist did that. And he did that from a photograph from the 1950s.
Okay, so and that is, it's J.R.
Rodney Ravel.
Oh, right. Okay, Rodney Ravel. So
He
you
has
can,
a whole series of paintings, watercolors that he does to showcase old buildings in downtown Noblesville.
and I like that because especially when you live in a certain community, and if you can find those historic pictures or somebody that's kind of remade that,
Right.
It's always fun to have that and in your house too. So.
Yes, it
So
is.
that's for sale. It looks like
It is.
you can buy that.
I have the only ones that I have are Willis department store ones. I have the larger ones and the small ones at my store, the Old Picket Fence. And there's some other downtown local businesses like Alexander's Ice Cream. They have a whole series of his. And then his studio and his home setting is at Nickel Plate
Nickel
Arts.
Plate. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I recognized that. I thought
Yeah.
that he's at Nickel Plate.
Yes,
so, well,
he
that's
is.
good. That's always good to promote those people too. So with your celebration, so we're celebrating 150 years of this building.
this
I mean, that's
building.
amazing.
Yes.
I mean, that
Yes,
you,
it
you see
is.
the brick behind us. I mean, you've got brick. You've got all type. You've got dirt floors.
We've
you've
got dirt floors.
So
Yeah.
you can come check out. So tell us some of the things we can see.
Some of the things that we're going to be doing this Saturday will be Meet the Artists. I do have 2 local artists that sell from my home, well, it is my home. I'm there more than I'm at home. From the Old Picket Fence from the store. Carmen Bromley and Kay Richards. They sell from the Old Picket Fence.
And they'll be there?
Carmen will
Okay.
be there.
Okay.
Carmen
Oh,
Bromley
good.
will be there Saturday to talk about her paintings and some of the things. She has a real nice one that she does at Potter's Bridge. So she'll be there to talk about that. I have a local girl that lives in Tipton, Danny Bradley. She's 13 years old. And she's an artist also. She'll be
Wow.
there talking about some of her things.
Very fun.
We're going to be having live music from 11 to 1. Janet Gilray, a.k.a. Miss Melody,
Okay.
was the head of Legacy Keepers. And she's also at the Old Picket Fence the second Saturday of each month. She does a series called Antique Songs at the Antique Store.
Okay.
And we sing old-timey
Sounds like a
songs.
good fit.
It's fun. We sing old-timey songs. She brings mandolins, guitars, washboards. We have kids. It's open to everybody. Our target age is children between the ages of, say, 8 and 16
Okay.
to tell them history through song. And it's neat because we'll have their parents and grandparents bring them. They'll be walking through the store shopping, singing the songs that we used to learn and teach in school that they don't teach anymore. And it's just fun to tell the kids to sing Yankee Doodle with them. And
Right.
tell them with the macaroni stuck a feather in his hat and call it macaroni. What does that mean?
Right.
You know, and they're singing songs and learning stuff. So that's one of the things we do at
Very
the store
fun.
also.
Okay.
So we will have the lower level open, the back part of the store. My husband Jeff will be down there. People can see the original elevator shaft, the dirt floor.
Okay, so I've been in the Old Picket Fence, and there's the main level you're in, and then you go down, and there's a back room or a front room, I guess it would be, and then kind of more primitive things
Yes.
right there.
Yes.
So there's another area.
There is another area
so
that's
an area that I normally don't see. You're
Yes.
going to have open.
Yes,
Okay.
that area is usually closed off to the public. It's our storage area.
Okay.
Great brick. There's actually like 4 different kinds of bricks in there. It'd be great for photographers. Dirt floor in the back is the original dirt floor. That's still there. The original elevator shaft. There's another area where there's a staircase that goes up. There's a door over that now. But the sidewalk goes over it.
Okay.
But that's where they used to bring the goods down the
Okay.
stairs, down into the basement of the store. The big original, big, thick, huge beams that you can see that are supporting
nice.
that
Yeah.
150-year-old building. And it's just neat to go in there and see all that original stuff that you don't usually get to see.
And that it's all still there behind the walls and behind
Right.
behind the other things that are happening in the store.
That's right.
That's amazing.
Yes.
To think how long that's been here, and like you said, all these different stores that have been in, in the this particular building.
Right.
That's awesome.
And it's neat too when when I get teenagers in there and they'll say, "Oh, it's boring in here. It's a grandma store or whatever." And I'll say, this is a store for everybody. But I'll take them downstairs and I'll say, "Have you learned about the Civil War yet?" And they'll say, yes. And then I'll say, "Well, come here. This building was built 2 years after the Civil War." And that's just amazing to them to think that soldiers returning from the war came back and had a hand in building that, and it's still standing there and in use today.
Right. That's a great story. It's
Yeah.
a great story, and it needs to be told. So what a fun day that'll be.
Yes.
So, very good. And I heard you were telling me too that the sour wines obviously were the ones that owned the building originally.
Yes.
But we had the historic.
Yes, their original house is at 355 South 9th Street, Charles and Sarah Sour Wine. And this house is still there, and it's still a residence here in Noblesville. And that house was just on the tour this past Saturday, on the historic home tour.
So if any of you were on that tour,
you can come see the building that they built.
Now
and
you
started.
can see the building. So you saw their house, and now you can see where they were when
you can see the building that made the store possible to buy that house and build it.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
So what else is in this building? So is it just your store that's going to be doing things, or what else is happening?
Well, in the store now, when the building was originally built, it was one business, but now through the years it's been cut up. We have 2,560 square feet of the building.
Okay.
In the back on the 9th Street entrance, there's Kaylee's Hair Salon. So that's local hairdressers. And then on the back of that, also on 9th Street, is Love's Hanover. And that's Emily she's originally from Kenya. She has jewelry classes there. You can go there, have tea parties, make jewelry. She has beads, things from all over the world.
It's very unique jewelry.
It is.
Yeah,
yes,
you really
it
need
is.
to check. If you haven't checked that out, you definitely check that out. And I assume, will she be open Saturday?
Yeah,
then
she's
also?
going to be open also. And at the Old Picket Fence, we'll be having cupcakes, bottled water, snacks and sales and all that
That's
too.
worth it too.
Yeah.
Stopping by.
And Emily also will be open, and she'll be having snacks and tea tastings back there.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
All right, tell me the times again.
The store is open from 10 to 6 on Saturday. The birthday party will be 11 to 4. And also our Mayor Ditzler of Noblesville, will be there 11 o'clock on Saturday to speak also.
Good. Well, that sounds great. Sounds like a lot of fun. So, all right. Anything else you want to share before we finish up here?
We're just so happy to be a business in downtown Noblesville. Come on downtown, learn about a little bit of history, about your neighborhood, and just come see some stuff you don't actually get to see every day.
Very good. And I appreciate you coming on the show
Thank
today.
you, Jackie.
And I love having you. Maybe we'll have you back again.
Okay. I'm averaging once every 6 months, so we'll see.
Yeah, you might see her again. She may have something else fun to talk about.
I'm sure.
So, and I am your host again, Jackie Bell. I'm with the Primrose School of Noblesville. We care for your infants through kindergarten program. So let us know if you ever need anything in that realm. And again, thank you for being on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.